What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Perrault. Every single morning, wherever you get your podcasts, audio-wise, you can find the Daily Juice. Video-wise, go to the Betting Pros YouTube channel or go to YouTube and search Betting Pros. You can see the Daily Juice and all our other videos. Great content available for this week in the NFL and every week in the NFL for that matter. College football, baseball, and more, all with the Betting Pros YouTube channel. Go like, subscribe, and watch the Daily Juice if you are so inclined. Okay, it's been a bad week. We are most likely going to finish down for the week, but let's see if we can make a little dent in that. We're basically down. We lost 0.2 units yesterday because of a 2-2 day. Unfortunately, Fresno State won by 7. I was waiting for it to drop. It was 7.5 on Friday afternoon. I was like, all right, let's get to 7, and then I'll take Fresno. Went the other way when the starting quarterback got ruled in. And UNLV should have had the game-tying touchdown. Last play of the game, I mean, really a bummer right off the kid's hands. UNLV's playing great. They're now 7-1 ATS. Unbelievable. Barry Odom, if I'm voting Coach of the Year in college football, it goes to Barry Odom. I mean, it's unbelievable. 7-1 ATS, 6-2 now straight up for UNLV. They lose at Fresno, but Fresno does not cover. They wouldn't have covered the 7 either. It would have been a push, but a 2-1-1 night would have been better than a 2-2 night. We get the +9 with KU. They win the game outright over Oklahoma. I had a little sprinkle on the money line there, so that was nice. And then we had, obviously, Arizona State +5.5, a little sprinkle on the money line there. But I lost. I had a couple of big parlays that I had some fun with dogs putting up some, and Utah crushed everything. I mean, I had Utah in every parlay. I liked Utah at home to cover. I thought that they would keep it close, and they got annihilated. So that was the worst bet of the day. And then Fresno, unfortunately, won by 7, did not cover the 9. So 2-2, down 0.2 units on the day. So we head towards Sunday. Remember, the Betting Pros live stream starts at noon Eastern time with myself. It is Andrew Erickson this week on with us. So looking forward to that conversation about all the games, picks, plays, and 4 player props. There will be a Wong teaser as well. I've hit 4 consecutive Wong teasers. We're now 4-3, all with the Wong teaser. And given these low point totals, it's crazy. There are so many low totals around. The teasers have been very successful. So we'll get into a Wong teaser coming up here for week 8 of the NFL. And then I've got my own teaser, which has lost. I'm 4-3 there on my own. So 4-3 on the Wong, 4-3 on my own personal teaser. But we've done pretty well. We've been warm in the NFL. Not hot, but we've been warm. We're now pretty good. I think we're up about 7 units in the NFL so far in the season. So hopefully we'll keep that going here. I do have 2 bets to give you from sides. 1 teaser, and then tomorrow the Wong, or this morning, the Wong teaser, and 4 player props to give you coming up here for us on a Sunday. This podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com, the title sponsor of this podcast. You guys can go to OmahaSteaks.com, use the code JUICE. It will knock off $30. Holiday packages soon to be out at OmahaSteaks.com. For right now, the semi-annual sale is going on. Half off, site-wide. Then they'll give you $30 off. Minimum purchase may be required when you use the promo code JUICE in the search bar at omahasteaks.com. Okay, I'm going to bank like my day on Mike Tomlin as a home underdog. Numbers 2, Pittsburgh +2 against Jacksonville. At home, Mike Tomlin is as a home underdog is a ridiculous 18-5-3 ATS. This year, this is wild. This year, the Steelers are 4-2 on the year, and they were between 2 and 4.5 point underdogs in all 4 games they've won so far this year. They are 2-point dogs here at home to Jacksonville. The handicap is Mike Tomlin against Jacksonville. Steelers at home. Now, I'm on the over for the win total for the Steelers at 8.5, right? So it would be awesome to open up 5-2 here, get a W at home against the Steelers, against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You see the Jaguars going into Pittsburgh and winning on the road in October? I don't. Take money line if you want. I'm taking the 2 points. The handicap is pretty simple. +2, Steelers. I think they win outright. Mike Tomlin at home, underdog, riding the trend of Mike Tomlin against the Jacksonville Jaguars team that is really inconsistent. That defense for the Steelers comes through. I'm taking the home dog. +2, Steelers, 1.1 units. Now, that's not the only way I'm going to use this game. I'm teasing this. Steelers +2 up to +8. Again, I think they win the game outright, so I don't think we got to worry too much about it. But just in case I'm wrong and Jacksonville wins the game by 3, we have the teaser to make up for it. So what's the other side? Pittsburgh +8, 6-point teaser at -120. What's the other side? Well, for me, the other side, I'm going to go and look at, and it's a divisional game, so I don't love it, but it's a home dog. It's the Packers at home against the Vikings. Packers are +1.5. We're going to tease that to 7.5. Packers +7.5 at home against the Vikings. The total for this game is super low, 41. I lean towards the under. 41. I think it probably goes under. +7.5 points for a home dog. I like it. Packers +7.5. They may win the game outright. At home against the Vikings, +7.5. Other side of the teaser, Steelers +8. 1.2 units, -120. DraftKings has got teasers at -120, in case you're curious. Other books do too, but that's a fair price on a teaser at DraftKings. -120. Steelers +8. Packers +7.5 for 1.2 units. And the third bet, I like the Cowboys laying 6.5 points. Cowboys are at home. They are 2-0 ATS at home this year. Now, the Rams are 2-0-1 on the road this year as well. They played Seattle. They won the game outright as 4.5-point dogs. They played Cincinnati. That game pushed. They played Indianapolis, laying 1.5. They won by 6 in overtime. Okay, they've been tough. But 3 straight home games for the Rams against Philly, Arizona, and Pittsburgh. They lost 2 out of those 3. They did beat Arizona because they always beat Arizona, but they lost to Philadelphia, didn't cover. Lost to Pittsburgh, didn't cover. They're going on the road here to Dallas, where they are very good at home. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Giants by 40, and they beat the Jets by 20. Sorry, they beat the Jets by 20. So that first game was on the road. Beat the Jets by 20 and the Patriots by 35. They're coming off of the bye, and this is kind of crazy because you stop and go, wait, they only played 2 home games all year? Yeah. This is only the 3rd home game for the Dallas Cowboys, okay? They're laying 6.5. I don't like this Rams team. I don't think they score a whole lot against this Dallas defense. I know Puka Nacua and I know Cooper Kupp, and I get all that against the secondary that's not that great, but the offensive line is not good for the Rams. And this pass rush for the Cowboys, I think, will get home in a big, big way. I don't think the Rams are going to protect Matthew Stafford. He's taken a lot of hits this year. He's been banged up this year. So I think, look at sack percentage. It's not good. They're giving up sacks. They're middle of the pack protecting Matthew Stafford. This is a top 10 sack percentage defense. They get after it. And look, the Rams really aren't getting after the quarterback either. I think Dak has a big game throwing the football here. Dallas at home, -6.5, 1.1 units against the Rams. Okay, so all home teams were back in here in the NFL in October. Steelers +2, teaser, Steelers +8, and the Packers +7.5. Cowboys laying 6.5. 1.1, 1.2, and 1.1 units down. There'll be a long teaser and then 4 NFL player props to give you guys coming up during the live stream at noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time for myself and Andrew Erickson going through the Betting Pros Week 8 live stream. Hopefully see you guys watching and talking about that. Also, I'll give you stuff in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat. I got the first 5 under in baseball. Game went under. It was 9 last night. We'll look at baseball on Monday for game number 3 of the World Series. Hockey going on today. There's not much, right? The hockey slate, I glanced at it quickly. Oh, no, yeah, 4 games for hockey. The Wild and the Devils are playing. Okay, you want a hockey play? Bet the over in that game. I'll be on the over there with the Wild and the Devils. The Wild just simply, consistently go over. Avalanche and the Sabres, you want to go over in that game? I think you can go over in that game. Flames at the Oilers is 6.5. I don't know. That game might go under, but Oilers are a mess at the moment. I think you probably could take a road dog there at +136 for the Flames if you want. From an NBA perspective, Denver's on the road. Golden State's only laying 4.5 against the Rockets. That's interesting. I don't know. I think I might go with the Warriors on that. Lakers Kings is a game of the day, by the way. 6 p.m. Pacific time, the nightcap there. That's a hell of a game. Lakers at the Kings. Sacktown favored by 2. I would lay the 2 points with Sacramento. So those are some leans and extra plays if you want some extra stuff. My name is Matt Perrault. I will talk to you guys coming up here for our live stream at noon Eastern time for Week 8 of the NFL on the Betting Pros YouTube channel, the Daily Juice Podcast. Every single morning, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.